Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Forex Live. November 22, 1922 America New York. Federal Reserve FOMC minutes are due Wednesday the 24th of November 2021 preview. Now that speculation about who will be the chair of the Federal Reserve over the coming 4 years is over. It's back to regular scheduling. Next on the Fed agenda is the release of the minutes to the November 2nd third meeting.
BBC News Business. November 22, 1904 America New York, Black Friday. Prices, same or less before in 2020 sale. Consumer Champion which says most products were priced cheaper or the same before last year's event.
Forex Live. November 22, 1900 America New York. Further rumors of a US SPR release, Tuesday the latest chatter. Unnamed sources saying the U.S. release from its Strategic Petroleum Reserve will be announced on Tuesday the 23rd of November 2021 in the form of a loan from the SPR. Earlier post today on this here.
Daily FX Market News. November 22, 1900 America New York. AUD, USD may rise after PMIs reveal robust recovery as vaccination rates swell. AUD, USD may rise after PMI data showed robust growth in Australia amid surging vaccination rates. That follows a tough overnight session when the US dollar surged on Biden's Fed announcement.
Forex Live. November 22, 1839 America New York. No let up on PBOC interest rate, RRR cut speculation. Yesterday we got the monthly loan rate setting from the People's Bank of China. It's unleashed a flurry of tips for what the PBOC could do next. This from Monday U.S. time. Forex Live. November 22, 1821 America New York. Oil update. Biden's SPR release plans and the expected OPEC Plus response. Updating the latest on oil from Monday U.S. time. In brief, OPEC said such a release is not justified given current conditions in the market on the demand side, rising coronavirus cases in Europe and associated movement limiting restrictions weigh. Forex Live. November 22, 1813 America New York. Fed's Bostic says Powell's reappointment takes some uncertainty out of the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta President Raphael Bostic speaking in an interview with Bloomberg TV.
Global Economy. November 22, 1809 America New York. IMF releases funds for Ukraine as Russian troop buildup continues. Financial cushion for Kiev as US and European officials fear threat of impending invasion.
Wall Street Journal US Business. November 22, 1800 America New York. Zoom sales growth slows as more people return to work. Video conferencing demand eased in the most recent quarter as the COVID-19 pandemic receded.
Daily FX Market News. November 22, 1800 America New York. Natural gas prices decline yet again. More pain ahead? Natural gas prices were lower on Monday as weather forecasts for the beginning of December were milder than previously expected.
Wall Street Journal US Business. November 22, 1749 America New York. Holmes testifies about big idea that led to Theranos. The Theranos founder's testimony is an effort to strike back at allegations from prosecutors that she knew the startup's blood testing technology was inaccurate and unreliable.
Forex Live. November 22, 1747 America New York. U.S. Trees Sec Yellen says again that the U.S. will have a recession if debt ceiling is not raised. Never mind this reiteration. The big comment from U.S. Treasury Secretary Yellen was on Monday in the U.S. that shunted U.S. stocks lower at the close.
Global Economy. November 22, 1739 America New York. First FT. Jay Powell wins second term as Fed chair. Plus, Theranos founder testifies in own criminal trial and EY files criminal complaint over leaked classified Wirecard report.
Forex Live. November 22, 1730 America New York. Australia Weekly ANZ Roy Morgan Consumer Confidence. 107.4. Versus prior 106.00. The ANZ Roy Morgan Weekly Survey of Consumer Confidence in Australia ANZ note that inflation expectations fell by 0.4% to 4.6% and say that, if that fall sustains, it may be an important signal for wages growth.
New York Times Business. November 22, 1726 America New York. What happened on day 2 of Elizabeth Holmes's testimony? Ms. Holmes's lawyers showed exhibits and asked her questions to push back against the prosecution's claims that she defrauded investors, patients and doctors. Elizabeth Holmes arriving to the courthouse on Monday.
Forex Live, November 22, 1716 America New York. BlackRock's Reader and Goldman Sachs Hatzius discuss U.S. and global markets. Video. A discussion of inflation and growth outlooks for the U.S. and elsewhere, with Rick Reader, Chief Investment Officer of Global Fixed Income at BlackRock. Forex Live, November 22, 1715 America New York, White House. Decision coming soon on 3 Fed vacancies, also more on oil options. White House comments, Press Sec. Psaki on the Fed.
New York Times Business. November 22, 1708 America New York, Thanksgiving holiday travel will test airlines. Thanksgiving will be the biggest test of the system's resilience since the pandemic began, with millions more passengers than last year. Travelers at George Bush Intercontinental.
Forex Live, November 22, 1701 America New York, Australia Flash PMIs for November. Manufacturing 58.5, expected 60.7, services 55.0, expected 52.7. Australia Market Preliminary PMIs for November. Manufacturing 58.5, services 55.0, composite 55.0. Market commentary. I bolded the familiar themes we are seeing from right around the developed market globe.
Daily FX Market News. November 22, 1700 America New York, S&P 500 retreats despite Powell's renomination, XLF gains as U.S. yields soar. The S&P 500 closes lower at the start of the week, despite an earlier rally triggered by Powell's renomination to Fed chair. Meanwhile, the XLF ETF climbs about 1.4% on rising bond yields.
Forex Live, November 22, 1654 America New York. In case you missed it, Greenland cancelled a Chinese mining company's license to an iron ore deposit. The first Chinese firm to have the right to mine in Greenland has had its permission cancelled. Info comes via Reuters. More here. Isua Mine Project.
New York Times Business. November 22, 1648 America New York, Kevin Spacey ordered to pay $31 million to House of Cards studio. A secret arbitrator's ruling was issued 13 months ago and became public on Monday when lawyers for the studio petitioned a California court to confirm the award. A promotion for the Netflix show, House of Cards, featuring Kevin Spacey in 2016.